My background really starts from small town Saskatchewan, where I really sort of grew to appreciate geography and big open skies and got involved in some of the biggest projects of nation building in the country. I was involved in the Arctic Spatial Data Infrastructure project, which was really about building a network of data, tools, and technologies to provide us with better information and knowledge about the Arctic. It was a fabulous success. I started working in HRDC, I think more than 10,000 staff. And eventually I got my own organization towards the end of my career called the Canada Centre for Mapping. We delivered some really big projects. I'm particularly proud of launching the RadarSat constellation mission satellite receiving antenna, really made Canada a geospatial data destination for the rest of the world. It was the ultimate opportunity for me to work at the leading edge of technology, of scientific capability, and the promise to deliver things for the public good. Been very fortunate to work at both political and senior level bureaucratic levels, and very proud of my service with Prime Minister Turner and Prime Minister Chrétien. We had some fantastic debates about the future of the country. I then moved into the federal public service where I worked on GST reform. The GST to me was one of the most influential economic decisions this country has made, and it was the right decision we made. And I really respected politicians of the day and the senior leadership that I got to work with. So one of the projects I led was about setting up the federal geospatial platform that contributed to a federal initiative. I believe it's now called GeoDiscover. One of the frustrations that I had in that project was that a lot of the data was heavily GIS based. As we tried to get into the world of quantum computing or high performance computing, we found that the data itself was highly capable, but the speed with which we could do the compute and provide emergency response, for example, wasn't where it needed to be. We really needed to work on the compute side, but not so much the actual bare metal of the compute, but how the software programs are written and how the interaction is with the bare metal. And lo and behold, Big Geo was doing it in Calgary, and then I got wind of it. I was put in touch by a friend of mine in Ottawa, and I wanted to find out what had happened to this concept of spatial data computing. They'd done some absolutely amazing work. They were generous enough to show me, give me a peek behind the curtains, and then I said, listen, I want in. So this helps me sort of bring full circle to a lot of the projects and initiatives that I tried to launch 10 years ago, and I'd like to give back to this absolutely wonderful country at a time when we all need to contribute, when we all need to be rowing in the same direction, in the same boat.